Hello, good people of YouTube. Mountbatten here. And has everyone recovered from the wild ride that was Sunday in Warships? So, if you weren't online Sunday, you missed out on quite the weekend in Warships. Well, quite the end to the weekend in Warships. Sunday had just several very weird and strange things and aggravating things happen, at least on the NA server. So, starting off on Sunday, apparently, for some reason, some players had test ships get dumped into their port. The German battlecruiser split, the Incomparable, to name a few, along with, I believe, the Brandenburg as well. For absolutely no reason, these players weren't STs, they weren't CCs, they weren't privateers. Just something happened to where a bunch of random players had test ships thrown into their account, which is beyond weird to say the least. The testers, the super testers, the CCs, the privateers, anyone affiliated with wargaming in any way, shape, or form goes through a pretty thorough screening process. You know, they like to pick a very certain group of people to test these ships. They like to have players of a very low skill level all the way up to players of very high skill level testing these ships, so they get a nice big sample size of players to see, you know, exactly where the ship's going to fall in the hands of a very skilled player, and also where the ship is going to fall in the hands of a very low skilled player and how it's going to perform. So them just giving away test ships to a bunch of random accounts makes absolutely no sense. Now, they did say on the Discord that if you were one of these players that for some reason had test ships added to your account, do not play them and contact customer support to let them know what's going on. Because if you do play them, they will have to roll back your account to, I believe, before the patch, or like the day that the patch dropped. So that means you would lose any and all progress that you've made over the past week or so because you played a test ship. Now, if you're fine with losing your progress and you're just super curious and want to play the test ship, good luck with that and enjoy it. What's really weird too, thinking about this, you're technically not under NDA if for whatever reason you had the ship thrown into your port. Now, an NDA is a non-disclosure agreement. It's what all CCs, STs, and whomever have to sign when they get into these programs where you can play test ships, because you're not allowed to talk about test ships during testing, even after they're done testing. So it's a very weird situation where, since you didn't sign it, you can talk about it. I guess, I mean, what are they going to do to you? You didn't sign the agreement and they goofed up and dumped the ships in your port. So, yeah, but if you don't want your account reset, make sure you contact customer support and get that straightened out, which I would recommend you do, because, you know, it would suck to lose like a week or like 2 weeks worth of progress from whenever the patch came out. So that happened. And then if you were on around clan battles time last night, and I am recording this on Monday, do keep that in mind, on the NA server at least, mid-CBs, the server crashed. The entire NA server. And we were playing CBs, and boy, I'll play a clip here for you. We actually thought we got like DDoSed or something, because it's happened before where we were playing clan battles, we were doing pretty good, and for some reason our entire team just got disconnected, despite us being all over North America, all the way down from Central America, all the way up to Canada, with our CBs team last time it happened. And it happened again, and I'll play this clip right here, and just listen to the pain in our voices.
I attack the ship.
I've had something that
If I had a nickel for every time this happened, I'd have 2 nickels. It's not a lot of nickels, but it's strange that it's happened twice.
Right. And
Jeebus, you were there too last time.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, 100%.
Oh my god.
Addison,
This is worse than last time.
send in a ticket to Wargaming, give screenshots,
Y'all,
approximate battle times, everything.
Go into your client, generate a wargaming check, and send that in too.
Hey, Splav.
10 minutes.
Yeah, it's still not letting me log in.
Yeah, no, I've been sitting at the screen hitting connect, and this is like the 3rd time I've restarted my client.
Yeah, it says you've been disconnected. That you've been disconnected from the server. Technical issues found. Please try again later.
One of the server banks must have crashed or something. That's the only thing I can think of.
But it wasn't us being DDoSed or anything really malicious happening. It was just the NA server went down. It was only down for about 20-25 minutes too, which that's a really quick recovery time, especially on the weekend as well. But yeah, it sucks that it happened during CBs, and as far as I can tell, I think we got a draw because our clan rating didn't go up nor down after that round. So it sucks, but it happened. So that'll happen just on Sunday. And the other part that I want to talk to you guys about today, well, two other things too. So apparently the new Italian battleship, the Verdi, or oh god, Italian people, please don't kill me. I think it's the Verdi or the Verdi, has SAP secondaries. Whoa. The same SAP secondaries that the Napoli has, the same secondaries that all the Italian battleships have, except these boys fire SAP, which has, of course, an improved pin rate over HE, which means that the 90mm secondaries can pin 26mm of armor. Now, obviously, the 150s can definitely pin over the 32mm threshold. It's what makes the Napoli so good. The secondaries are very accurate, and they fire SAP. Now, with the Verdi, I'm not sure so far on the secondary accuracy, if it's going to be like the improved accuracy of the Napoli. I doubt it. But this was pointed out, too, when we went over the dev blog where the Verdi was announced. They didn't really crank in the dispersion on the Verdi from the Marco Polo. Because, of course, the Marco Polo has 16-inch guns, too, and fires SAP. Now, with the way SAP works, obviously, a 16-inch SAP shell is going to wreck someone's day. If you get, like, 2 of these things to hit on a ship, you're doing, like, 8k damage to that ship with just 2 shells hitting, and you have 9 shells. So when you're blessed by RNG and all 9 shells connect on a ship, oh my god, you're absolutely wrecking their day. But the Verdi has AP and HE, but SAP secondaries. And like I said, they haven't really messed with the accuracy too much from what we've seen from the stats. So they could be giving it improved secondary accuracy with the SAP shells right now, to where you can have a proper SAP secondary battleship, which would be freaking awesome. Now, they didn't mention this in the dev blog, but apparently if you're on the PT server with the extended tech tree mod, I believe, or if you have the extended tech tree mod, you can see this for yourself in the Italian tech tree, but I don't have that installed, so I don't have it. So that's very interesting, and that has made the Verdi a lot more attractive to me. On top of it, of course, being slightly more accurate Marco Polo, because it is a little bit more accurate than the Marco Polo, and it has a faster reload time too. So that already looked pretty good to me, but now that it has SAP secondaries, or potentially might have SAP secondaries, it is a very attractive looking ship to me so far. So we'll see more about that when hopefully they release an update on it, or if it gets closer to release, they start to release some more information on it. We still have to have, I think, probably another month or so before we see that ship get released. It wasn't really announced that long ago at all. Alright, other thing I wanted to talk to you guys about and get you guys' opinion on this. So, in the middle of the tsunami of information that we got last week with with the anniversary stream happening and them announcing Pan Asian cruisers, the new map community event, among other things, the bulletin was put up for next patch, which is 10.9. And 10.9 brings about the German Battleship Part 1 event, which is, of course, the early access to the new German battle cruisers. And this is, I'm hoping, a typo right now, and because it just doesn't make sense if it's not. So, I'll link to the article in the description down below. Just scroll down to the German Battleships Part 1 event and check this out. So, German Battleships Part 1 event. Update 10.9 brings German Tier 3 to 10 battleships to early access. The new battleships carry precise artillery with a small number of main battery guns and numerous secondary battery guns with a long firing range. Starting from the Tier 7 ships, they will receive an additional armament, torpedo tubes. As for consumables, German battleships have hydroacoustic search similar to German cruisers, as well as fast damage con with a limited number of charges. Did you catch that? The very first sentence, this article states that the Tier 3 to 10 German battleships will be in early access. Which is weird. Now, the next paragraph. Early Access. German tokens are a new temporary resource that can be earned for taking part in the Personal Challenges event. They can also be obtained from the Armory. The tokens can be exchanged for sequentially available bundles with German Tier 3 to 9 battleships and other valuable items. You'll also be able to obtain bundles in exchange for doubloons. In these bundles you'll find German tokens, black, white, red, expendable camouflage, and special signals. Okay, and that's all they have to say. Now, the PT server was up from the 15th through today, but the German battleships, or the Access event was not featured on there, so I couldn't check this out for myself, which I did load it up, but like I said, it's not on there. So, there's some good news and some potential bad news from this. Good news, it appears that, like I very much celebrated with the Soviet CV event, they are not shoving the Tier 9 early access ship into a random bundle this go-round. But they might be putting the Tier 10 in there. So, let's break this down first, before I get into too much of that. It does say Tier 3 to 10 battleships will be in early access. But part of me thinks this is a typo. They've never put the Tier 10 in an early access event before. The Tier 10 normally goes through an extended period of testing because it's of course the final product of the line. It's a ship everyone's grinding to, so they want that ship to be as balanced as they can get it before it comes out. And they've done okay with that to varying degrees of success in the past. The recent ones like the Elbing, the Golden Lion, they've been pretty decent so far in terms of balance. But in the past, of course, we've seen them screw it up with like the Kremlin. Kremlin was like god tier upon its release, and Petro as well. And then you can go down to the early access paragraph, and they do talk about the random bundles, but they don't mention the Tier 10, the Schlieffen, being in these random bundles. All they say is you can get tokens from the random bundles, and you can get the black, white, red camo and special signal flags. And I don't know why they would hold back that information now, because it's not like, they can sneak it in because everyone's watching wargaming right now with, how they're going to handle the future and such. I mean, shoot, they're getting torn apart for every little mistake right now, as many feel that they should be. So, if this is a typo, and if we are just getting the Tier 3 to Tier 9 German battleships in the early access bundles like we always do, and you can just get them through the sequentially available bundles by getting the German tokens, by just playing the game and doing the personal challenges, I'm very much okay with that. But if they're going to start shoving the Tier 10 now into random bundles, that is beyond stupid. I mean, it's smart for them, of course, because they're going to make a ton of money off of it, because, people are going to absolutely throw their wallet at the game to get access to the Schlieffen early, because it is quite powerful from what I've seen when I ran across it in game. And of course, it's the Tier 10. Everyone wants the Tier 10. That's the whole point of grinding the line. But again, if you put the Tier 10 in an early access bundle, you're kind of getting rid of the entire point of grinding the line. Because, I mean, looking at it from wargaming's perspective, people grind the line, and you buy premium time to speed up your grind. You buy signal flags to speed up your grind. You'll pay to convert to free XP to speed up the grind. It's kind of shooting their revenue stream from Techline ships. Now, of course, if they do shove it into a random bundle, I don't expect you would get it for anything under like freaking $100 worth of random bundles at all. But they don't mention it here, that it would be in a random bundle. So right now, I'm hoping this is a typo, and Wargaming, if you're watching, please clarify if this is a typo, and I pray to God it is, because if it's not, I'm going to be very upset with a whole lot of other people, I would imagine, as well. You've been doing really good, Wargaming. You really have. You had a little slip up this weekend with the test ships and the servers, but with the bug fixes and with the communication recently, you've been doing good. Don't slip up here. This is the first big early access event to happen after your big apology, Wargaming. This is the perfect time for you to earn back some brownie points with everybody. So don't slip up and do something this dumb this soon after. Well, don't do something this dumb ever, actually. But yeah, just don't do it. But I hope this is a typo, but let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Do you think they would shove the Tier 10 Techline ship in a random bundle for an early access event, or do you think this is just a typo? I'm hoping for a typo. But with everything that's happened recently, I won't be holding my breath for it. But anyway, guys, link to that article is in the description down below if you'd like to check it out for yourself, which I strongly suggest you do. And I think it'd be pretty funny if, like, tomorrow this article gets changed and it says Tier 9. I hope that's the case, at least. I hope that how this that is how the situation is resolved. But anyway, guys, hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel. We're on our way to 30,000 subs. We passed 28,800 subs yesterday, and I cannot thank you guys enough for that. Again, hope you guys are having a wonderful Tuesday. Hope to catch you guys in the next one.